Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. From today onwards, we are going to start the FSM training session. Hope you guys are interested. So let's start the FSM training session. This is day 1. In the day 1, first understand what is FSM. So FSM stand for Field Service Management. Field Service Management, and this is field service management is the process of managing and optimizing field-based services, including work order, resources, and customer interaction. Okay, then the benefits of FSM is it improve customer satisfaction, increase efficiency and productivity, enhance resource utilization, better decision making with data driven insight, and reduce cost and improve profitability. Okay, so in FSM, what basically we are going to do, we are going to manage few things. Let's discuss one by one. The first thing is capacity management. Okay, the very first thing is capacity management. Then the second thing is crew operation. The third thing is equipment resource scheduling. The fourth thing is contractor management, and fifth is multi-day task scheduling. Let's discuss one by one these things in brief. So let me open any work order first of all. Okay, so as I told you, the first thing is capacity management. Capacity management. So in the capacity management, what we are going to do with the FSM? So first thing is we will optimize workload distribution. We have so much workload, and how we are going to distribute it effectively so that the customer is satisfied, like as we discuss about the the benefits of FSM, so that can be fulfilled by managing the workload. So first is optimize workload distribution. Okay, then the second thing is prioritize task. If we have multiple tasks, so what task we need the first attention, so that can be done through the prioritizing the task. If it is critical, then we have to first we have to first resolve that issue, then we can move to the other priority task. Okay, so that can be done through the prioritizing the task and prevent service unavailability. Prevent service unavailability. Okay, then the third thing is smart capacity rule. So using FSM, we have the facility to use some rule which is smart enough to do these things like capacity management. So we will utilize that. Okay, so now let's understand these things using one example. So example, we can say that suppose we can reserve 30% of our technicians capacity. Like technicians can be, if we have 100 technicians for our organization, so that those are the like total is 100, right? Our capacity is 100. Now we want 30% of technician capacity should be reserved for the emergency requirement. Okay, suppose some emergency happen. um, I mean, we can say that for emergency equipment repairs, so that we can ensure our crucial machinery are always operational. Suppose we are running any hospital, right? In the emergency department, we have few machinery which is very crucial. If they get fail, then it might, we can lost someone life, right? So it is very crucial that we must have 30% technicians capacity reserved for the emergency equipment repairs. So this is a simple example for the capacity management. Now the next things we are going is that is crew operation. Crew operations. So in crew operation, what we are going to do, we streamlines. I mean, using the FSM, we streamline the scheduling process. Just a minute, guys. Okay, so in crew operation, what we will do, using the FSM, we can streamline the scheduling process. Okay, then the second thing is easy documentation via mobile application, and the third thing is repeatedly assign recurring tasks. Okay, let me put it here one by one. Scheduling process. Okay, the second thing is easy documentation via a mobile application. Everyone can access the document so that they can fix something by themselves, right? The third thing is repeatedly, right? Assign recurring tasks. Okay, and the example we can, for understanding purpose, we can understand through an example. That is, suppose some task has been scheduled for the monthly basis. Okay, to inspect and maintain, right? The task is scheduled for the purpose of inspecting some machines on the monthly basis. Okay, so that task is already like scheduled, and it will occur each month. And so we can that kind of task we can assign to same crew, so that it ensure familiarity, right? That crew member are already known to the solution for that task, right? With the equipment, and like they can improve the quality and efficiency of the work, right? They already know the one process, and now they can minimize the total work time earlier in the previous time, right? and they can improve the efficiency of that work. Now the third thing, first is capacity management, the second is crew operation. Now the third we are going to see is equipment resource scheduling. Equipment scheduling. Okay, so whatever we have as a resource, it may be as like a resource means the anything which help to complete the task or which is required for completing the task or work order. It may be the part of equipment, it may be the technicians, it may be the agents. So all those are our resources. So how we are scheduling those resources so that we complete our task uh, on time, right, and in effective manner. So it should be like using the FSM. It provides the robust management first thing. Then the second thing is equipment uses is efficiently managed, and the third thing is equipment categorization, availability, calendars, and mobile tracking. So these things can be done to manage the equipment resource scheduling. Of course, we will see these things deeply in the later session. It's just to understand the FSM, why we are utilizing the FSM. So equipment uses. Okay, if equipment use is efficiently managed. Okay, then the third thing is equipment categorization. So it should be done properly so that we can track our equipment effectively and find the availability of that uh, equipment either on the calendars or by tracking the mobile. Tracking. Okay, let's understand these things through the example. So suppose like we can assign specialized equipment and set up availability calendars to prevent double booking, thereby maximizing equipment utilization. So like whatever equipment we are going to assign, right, so we can check the availability in the calendars so that the double booking can be prevented and the equipment utilization can be maximized. Now the third thing is the next, I mean fourth thing is contractor management. Okay, so in contractor management, like seamlessly integrating third party contractor companies, then review, accept and reject tasks through a dedicated portal. And the third is allow for dynamic assignment. Why this is actually needed? So suppose during high traffic season, suppose in the like what we can say, if there is any festive season, or if there is like a vacation kind of things or anything happen, right, in the vacation time you can see the ticket booking is very crucial for everyone, right? We cannot provide each and everyone the seat, right? So that comes under those are the traffic season, high traffic season. In the Diwali time, um, the the demand of lights becomes so high, right? So in that scenario, maybe some shopkeeper or some shop are not able to manage the exact number of lights, or the ticket counter cannot provide the exact number of seats, right? So in that scenario, they can use the contractor management. They can call them, whatever the available contractor are in their resources. They can um, call them, and then they can utilize that. Of course, they can manage those things, ensuring the SLAs are consistently met, right? So that kind of things are managed through the contractor management. Now, the fifth is multi-day task scheduling. In the multi-day task scheduling, it can be done through enable dispatcher to schedule tasks, first of all. The second is support both manual and dynamic scheduling method, which allow for flexibility in task assignment, right? And third is accommodate the complexities of task. So the example we can give here, suppose a cleanup task may require a 20 hours of work. The commitment means a task which is need to clean up something, and it may require 20 hours commitment. But agent can only do, right, 8 hours per day. So how that can be managed? So that task can be distributed across 3 days, thereby maximizing productivity and well-being. Okay, so all these are about the FSM, through which, using the FSM, what we are going to manage. Now moving ahead, if we are going to implement the FSM, first and for like first of all, what we need to understand, the maturity level of our organization. Okay, suppose any organization don't have any knowledge on FSM, nothing they have in place. They don't know what is work order. They don't know how they can utilize, right? So that can be considered in the label 1, that is called basic level. And for the basic level, the main goal, the main purpose is to simplify work order management. Then the second thing is reduce labor cost, and the third thing is keep track of parts and reduce the expenses. So these are the basic goal for the basic level of maturity. Okay, let me write down here. uh, for better understanding. Let me clear these things. Just a minute, guys. Okay. So, okay. So here, maturity level, we need to find out level of the organization. We need to find out. First is basic level. Okay. Where the main purpose of this level is to simplify work order management. Then the second is reduce labor cost. Okay. And the third is keep track parts and reduce expenses. Okay. So this is the first label. Now the second label is the transform label. Transform label. In the transform label, the main goal of this transform label is to improve field agent work task management. Okay. The first is to improve field agent work task management. The second is to track agent location and capture data in the field. Track agents location and capture data in the field. The third thing is automate and speed up scheduling of work order. Whatever the work order is coming, we have to schedule it very quickly to finish all the tasks on time, like as much as we can do. So this is comes under the transform level. The third level of maturity is innovate maturity level. In this level, this is something that utilize performance analytic to create trend analysis, and then automation of work order based on monitoring. So let me write down here the trend analysis. We can write here trend analysis. The goal is to trend analysis, to do the trend analysis using performance. This is and automation in what? Automation of work orders based on monitoring. They can continuously monitoring the work order task, and they can automate. They can find the solution based on the past solution. They can provide some automatic solution on that. So these things are about the maturity level. I hope you guys understood about this all these three maturity level. So now let me clean up. Okay. So let me okay. The maturity level we have discussed. Now what left? Okay. Now moving ahead for the implementation of the FSM, we have to understood the stakeholders, like implementation stakeholder. That is also the very important part for before implementing. So find out the implementation stakeholders. Okay. In this part, we have to find out 5 things. One is the system admin role. System admin. The second is business process owner. Business process owner. The third is field service dispatcher. Field service dispatcher. The fourth is field service manager. And the fifth is field service agent. agents. Okay, so these are 5. Now let's discuss who is system admin, business process owner, field service dispatcher, manager, and agent. So system admin are responsible to implement what we are doing in the service now, to create the automation things, to simplify the UI, build the build a perfect platform through which the business process owner and the field service agent can manage each and everything smoothly. Then the business process owner, who are aware of their business process actually, they know what thing will happen when, right? They can describe this thing to system admin so that they can implement those things on ServiceNow instance for uh, you know uh, efficiently manage their task, manage their work order and task. Now the field service dispatcher. So once the system admin define the process and workflow and automation things or everything there, right? The configuration done by the system admin as per the business process owner. So now field service dispatcher will receive a lot of tasks, right? The work order and the task. So now the dispatcher is the person who can assign the work order to the different people based on their skills, or based on some criteria. They can assign some task to, like all the work order or the work order task to different people. So these are the dispatcher one. Now the fourth is field service manager. So as it is a manager, so they will manage the um, agent work. Actually, they can closely work with agent. They can manage the agent are working properly, they don't have any issue, they are taking care of task properly and on time. They are not ideally sit they are not ideal actually. They have properly getting engaged with the task, right? So that the efficiency, the cost reduce, and the goal of FSM, benefits of FSM get I mean that get you know uh, we reach the maximum efficiency of the FSM. Now we understood the implementation stakeholder now. So the most important part now left is, okay, in this thing, okay. Okay. So the what we can say, the topic we can say, this is domain separation. I hope you guys have already utilized the domain separation thing. Domain separation is a very it's play a very important role when we are trying to separate our data, process, or administrative tasks based on certain things. Suppose, like, I'm giving you based on some location. Suppose we have one location, we have created one domain, a country. So country is a topmost parent, okay, parent. It have like a multiple child. Suppose India is one child, child one, okay. So when we are creating India, so India have one parent field. There you can mention the country, okay. The second may be China, and this is second child, and China's parent is also the country. Now the third child may be Australia and America, or anything you can mention, okay. So multiple country will be the their child. And now in India also, like India become the parent of the other state. Suppose it's Bangalore, it's Mumbai or Kolkata. So that kind of thing. I mean, why it is essential, I mean, why it is required the domain separation, right? So suppose Indian government have a different policy, Chinese government have a different policy, American have a different policy, right? So based on that policy, their data will be different. Their data protection rule will be different. Their working hour may be different. Their holiday may be different. So based on that, the schedule and other thing will work. So we will create a domain separation. We will classify parent-child kind of relation, and then we can define the work order and the task inside the particular reason. So it will be helpful. They will the data will be protected based on the domain separation. So this is about the domain separation. Now, uh, moving ahead in the FSM, we have some common integration scenario in the FSM. So first is CSM. We can integrate FSM with CSM. We can integrate PPM, project portfolio management, with FSM. The third is workforce management. The fourth is part and inventory we can integrate. Then the work order creation from external system, if we want, we can integrate quoting, and then the cost and invoicing. So those kind of things we can integrate in our FSM module. Okay. So the moving ahead in the session of field service management. Okay. So here we have some checklist in the field service application setup activities. Here we have some checklist which we must have to check before implementing the FSM. So let's discuss one by one. First we need to check is foundational data. If you guys have completed any project, I hope you are aware of foundational data. Okay. So in the first point, we have to establish foundational data. The second thing is configure system properties. Not only not only the system properties, but we have a lot of things. System properties, comma, business process. These things we will going to see in the later session, one by one. Then business process, assignment methods, then add-ons. Okay. The third thing is configure geolocation and map. Configure geolocation and maps. Fourth is configure form and workflows. Configure form and workflows. Okay. Now the fifth is create a work order template. Create work order template. Fifth is create questionnaire. This is basically for survey. We'll see in the work order. Then configure time recording and timesheet policy. Configure time recording and timesheet policies says okay. Then seventh is configure scheduling and dispatch tool. Configure scheduling and dispatch tools. Eighth one is configure dynamic scheduling. Dynamic scheduling. Then configure appointment booking. Config what it is, appointment booking. Then 10th one is create maintenance plan and schedule. Create maintenance plan and the schedules. Okay. Then configure part sourcing and transfer process. Then create knowledge article. Configure now agent, mobile application, and install additional plugin if required. So these are few checklists which you have to done before establishing, before implementing the FSM. So I hope the few things you all guys are aware, that is like foundational data, configuring system properties, at least, yeah. So other thing we will discuss one by one in the later session. These are the checklist. Now, okay. Okay. Now, what we can discuss in the FSM, which is basic need. Okay. Okay. So, as I told you about, these are the simple checklist for FSM. Now let's discuss one by one about these things. So establish foundational data. Here in the establishing foundational data means, first thing that we need to do is location. Where we are going to, a longitude and latitude. Let me show you the location table. Here also it follow the hierarchical location. Under the territories, we have location. So let me open this one. Okay, so if you will open any one of the location, so let me open. See, this is the location. Name this one: street, city, state, postal code, and country is mentioned. Okay, so let me okay, this is the country, not this one. Let me open. Yeah, here you can see latitude and longitude. Using this latitude and longitude, the exact location of that location can be find out on the map. Okay, so suppose this location is assigned to, at this location any user is staying, so their latitude and longitude will be this, and using that they can uh, we can find their location. Okay, so okay, let me create one location here. This location. Okay, so if you will yeah, that is about the latitude and longitude, which is stored in the location table, and here it is in the hierarchy form, and it covered by the dispatch and assignment group. This location can be assigned to any group. Suppose a group has been created with a few members which are especially for the certain location. So in that scenario, this location can be assigned to that group, okay, dispatcher group or assignment group. In the geolocation, use latitude and longitude here. Whatever mentioned in the latitude and longitude, that can be used through the geolocation to find out the exact location of that person. Now, moving ahead, in the establish foundational data location, we have to establish for each user or each group, right? Or for each branch at least. Wherever we have a branch, we have to mention that location. Now the second thing is groups. Okay, in the field service management we have uh, three main groups. One is work group, dispatcher group, and the qualification group type. Okay, location covered here, each group have location which is based on hierarchy. Then the yeah, assignment group covered standard group type for approvals. Okay, so the group you have to create, like for the work group you have to create the group and assign the location as well. Then the qualification group, then the dispatcher group, that kind of group you have to create. And where we can find out here, if you will search, let me search work group. See, here is the in the group management. Let me open group management. Group management. Yeah. So in the group management, we have few groups: qualification group, dispatch group, work group, group dependency, and vendor group. Okay. So basically, in the field service management, we will see about qualification group, dispatch group, work group. Okay. So these three groups. Let me open one group. We will see how the things are here working. Let me open. See here. qualification group, East qualifier, NA central qualifier, NA East qualifier. So based on location here, the group has been created. The NA North America East qualifiers group, North America Central qualifier, North America West qualifier. So based on the location, let me open this group. This is the group. Here the group members, and the location covered can be assigned here. Suppose it is a North America West qualifier, so whatever the state or location can be covered through this group can be added through here. The click on edit button and you can add those location, and this location cover is comes from the location table. Okay, you have seen the work group. Now, similarly, the dispatch group we can see. Okay, the dispatch group also the same thing, the same what we have seen for the other group. Here also we have location covered. You can add the location for which this group is working as a dispatcher. So you can assign those location. Similarly, the other group, that is work group. So we have the covered location. So this is about the location, group and location, which comes under the establishing foundational data. Now the third thing is users. So as we have created location groups, now the groups must have the users. So whatever the agent or the manager or the person who is working on the particular location, you can assign to that particular group, who is the dispatcher, as we have already defined the system admin, manager, dispatcher, agent, right? That kind of thing you can assign in the group. Okay. Yeah, the one important thing in the user is associate user to the group. Understood? Now, second thing is enable geolocation tracking. So each user on the user form, there is a enable geolocation tracking field is there. You need to check that if you want to track that user based on the geolocation. So you must have to check that box true, and that user must be active user. Okay, location hierarchy example we can understood parent child kind of things. When America will be the parent, and then North America will be the child, South America will be the child, right? And then North and South also have few based on the state and city. So that is all about the hierarchy of the location. Okay. Now, coming to the geolocation function. The geolocation function, this is this will work when it is like activate geolocation to optimize field service operation. If you want to optimize the field service operation, you can activate the geolocation. Okay. Require setup of relevant API keys. For this, we need some relevant APIs and keys. Configure geolocation and Google Map system properties. We have to configure some Google Map and system properties to track user location by their geographic coordinate that we have discussed about the latitude and longitude, right? And this is used for auto routing and route optimization to create efficient schedule. So it will create, the best route. I mean, which agent is exact, like by tracking their distance, right? they can assign this user is very near to that work location, so they can assign based on that distance, okay, to optimize and to optimize the work. They can reduce the time. Then customers account and contact we have to be defined in the, okay, so users we have understood. Geolocation function we have to do it here. Location function, this is to track, we need to activate it. The third thing is customer account and contract. Not contracts, contact. Customers account contacts. So when we are defining our customers, we must define some accounts, must define the primary account, then the contact, primary contact. Let me show you those things as well here. Customers, no customer. I think vendor or what company? Vendor group. No, I think what we can search here. What we can search, I think companies. Okay. In user administrator, if we will open the companies, so we have opened this one. This is customer view, so let me open a default view. So whether this is vendor or not, right? And then I think okay, I am confused here. I think customer we can find out from where. Let me check. I think customer field service. Okay. In the field work order, personal stockroom, create draft. Okay. My agent, task review, my bundle queue, my map assigned to me, my schedule, my queue task in stockroom, manager, my team manager, work order, queue part requirement, my part requirement, group part requirement. Okay. My part sourcing, pickup, drop off, qualification, dispatcher group, work group, vendor group, work order template, capacity definition, okay, properties configuration. Vendor group, let me check. Okay, let it leave for the later on. We will discuss on these things where we will see the customer account and contact will be in the related list. There will be a checkbox which called like which must be true if it is for customer, and there we can manage their contact account and other things. We can relate their assets, contracts, entitlement, account, relationship, account team members, technician prefers if they have. Those kind of things we can manage through that. But put it here. Yeah, I have put it here. Customer account and contacts we will see later on. Then configure system properties such as business process, assignment, method, add-ons. So I hope you guys are already aware of system properties. The table name is sys underscore properties. Right. So, okay. Oh. The video is too long, and the configuration thing is really, it will take a lot of time. So, not making this video too long. So, let's discuss these things in the second session. Meanwhile, you can go to the discussed things, and I will upload the plugins detail in the description. You can find from there. Install those plugins and try to go through each and everything which is available under the field service application to to know more about the FSM. So keep practicing, keep working, and keep motivated. Stay tuned, guys. Bye bye, take care.